Welcome to NYC.com.
Welcome to NYC.com, you know what I mean? We out in Queens, you know what I'm saying? Southside Queens, whatever. We
Southside in the building, baby.
You know what it is. We out here with legendary. Let me let this man introduce himself.
My name is Zodiac Fishgrease. What's going on, y'all? NYC.com.
I would say Zodiac Fishgrease, you are a film, you do film, videos.
Films, videos, commercials, it don't make a difference.
You've done it all.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so one little base questions is I want to know is like, how did you get started into doing films and music and, you know?
Well, I'm going to make a long story really short. You know, when I was younger, first of all, I come from a music business family. You know, my parents, they wrote the song Thin Line Between Love and Hate and a whole bunch of other classic hits, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was born and raised into the music business. But, you know, when I was young, you know, I'm running around getting in trouble, wilding out, selling drugs on the block, doing all that, you know, and to start staying out of trouble, you know, one day my man Antoine took me over to this place, you know, like a after-school center, and there was a bulletin on the board about a Bismarck video, and I went down to the video shoot, you know, because I kind of knew him. Well, not kind of knew him, I knew him very well, and I went down to the video shoot, and that day, it was 1987, I met Ralph McDaniels, and I met Lionel C. Martin, and from there, the rest was history. You know, it's just funny because I had lost contact with them for about a year, and I seen a friend of mine named Alvin that used to be in all these videos, and I'm like, yo, Alvin, how you getting in these videos? And he's like, yo, this company called Classic Concepts, Video Music Box. I'm like, huh? I know people from there. And he's like, yeah, right. To make a long story short, we went to the payphone because cell phones wasn't popping like that back then. You know what I'm saying? And we called up a lady named Cheryl Questel. At the time, her name was Cheryl McLeod. That's Tuffy from Video Music Box sister, who was Ralph McDaniel and Lionel C. Martin's producers, right? And Classic Concept, let me just explain two things. Classic Concept is the first black-owned, black-ran production company. And Video Music Box is the first all-hip-hop music channel. You know, before BET, before MTV Raps, you know, Video Music Box was the very first all hip-hop show, should I say. So, Classic Concepts took care of making the videos, and Video Music Box took care of playing the videos. You know, Lionel C. Martin and Ralph McDaniels. So, basically, I hooked up with them, and it was like a family, you know. It was a whole team of us, you know, me, Beast, Hype Williams, you know, all under Handsome, Leslie Brothers, all under, you know, Ralph McDaniels and Lionel C. Martin, and we were just like a family, and you know, I started out as an intern, you know. I got the coffee, the tea, the sodas, whatever, you know, went and picked up the clothes. I ain't got no ego, you know, we pick up the clothes, we got to sweep the floor, you know, whatever. But at the same time, I was learning about lights, I was learning about grip equipment, this, that, and the third, boom, boom, boom. And you know, from there, I went to, you know, I went from a PA, I went from an intern to a PA, to a key PA, to, then I started doing electric and grip work, and then from there, I started ADing, and I eventually started directing, and Ralph McDaniels and Lionel C. Martin, they backed me up 100%. It was like family, you know, like, yo, whatever you want to do, we got your back, man. That's why to this day, I love them to death, man. I'll never, ever forget where I came from. You know, Video Music Box, Classic Concepts, you know? And I kind of just started directing one day and, you know, and hooked up with a couple of friends and, you know, because this is Southside. So you got a lot of artists from Southside, Onyx, Lost Boys. At the time, Big Daddy Kane was living out here. And, you know, I've been friends with a lot of these artists just from Southside, and plus because of my family's background, you know, with the music business. And next thing you know, I started doing videos for my friends, and one thing led to another, and you look up and, you know, you got plaques one day, you know. And then recently, a brother named Lance Pope, you know, his wife Tina, she does these like dance shows. She's like you know, put on those Broadway shows with the dancers and stuff. and she also does like fitness. She was like Miss Fitness USA. She's an incredible. Lance called me, which is like my big brother, and he's like, yo, Zoe, you know Tina got a show, boom, 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 right? This is like 20-something years later, yo, and I get to the show, and they're like, yeah, boom, 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 we're gonna have a guy working with you today. His name is Saint, you know, boom, boom, boom. So introduced me to him. He's gonna be your B cameraman. And I said, okay, cool, you know, all right, cool. I went over there, shook his hand, and then at the end of the job, he opened up his laptop and he showed me his graphics and his special effects. And I'm like, yo, this dude is really good with what he does. You know what I'm saying? So we exchanged numbers. You know what I'm saying? He came over one day. He put on the presentation of the 3D stuff he could do and this, that, and the third and blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. Because I done worked with hundreds of editors. But what I liked about him, he brought 3D and he brought, you know, that graphic stuff to the table, you know, and he was real passionate about it. I worked with graphic artists in the past that crush on you, cartoon characters, stuff like that. But I liked his passion, and what I liked about him, he was young. I mean, he still is young, and very humble. You know what I'm saying? Very humble. So we rocked out. Once we met like a little over a year ago, it was like destiny for us to meet, and ever since then, he's been rocking with me ever since.
Okay, so this is the man right here.
Yeah, my name is Saint. I've been working with Zodiac Fishgrease for the past little bit over a year. Working really well with him. Our styles really, you know, work well with each other. Like, we're both into the artistic, you know, storytelling side. My background is pretty much art. I've been doing it since I was like 2 years old. And I've always liked any type of art, whether it's drawing, graphics, and then I got into the computer stuff maybe when I was like 16 years old, and I've been doing it for a while, and it eventually led me to do some stuff for video stuff, like, you know, motion graphics, a little bit of special effects. And around the time when I met Zodiac was when I was actually just getting into it. You know, I showed him a few of the little effects that I did here and there for some of the video stuff. I actually directed my first video before I met him. I showed it to him. He liked what he's seen as far as the visual effects. I still needed to learn a lot about the editing side, you know, directing and things like that. Over the past year, I've learned a lot from Zodiac, you know, as far as like, you know, camera angles, you know, certain things to do like during filming, technical stuff, you know, with this, you know, over 24 years of experience. I've learned a lot as far as from the filming side, the film industry, how certain
things work. And I learned a lot from him too, with his graphics, and with the graphics and the special effects. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from him too, man. The boy is a genius, man, and I give him his credit, man. He's really, really good and passionate what he do. My bad. Go ahead, finish.
Well, basically, you know, I've been doing this. Like, I kind of fell into it, like directing, which I enjoyed directing. A lot of people always told me that I should get into some sort of art form. Like, I enjoy doing like the comic book stuff, which I'm still doing, you know, like here and there. Like, I'm actually working on a graphic novel. But my main passion is, you know, right now, the music videos and the film, like, you know, as far as the storytelling and, like, pretty much I love everything about, like, you know, film and what you could do with it.
And we both into the sci-fi. We'll watch Star Trek. Our minds is both on another planet. Like, we like the Star Trek and all of the films about outer space, and you know, we just kick it and collab, and sometimes we'll sit up all night just talking and talking and talking and building and building and building. You know, you look up, the sun be up, but we'll be working but building at the same time.
Yeah, there's a lot of the ideas as far as for our music videos that came up during these conversations, like just random stuff. Like, it could be funny, it could be serious, but we came up with a lot of great ideas just having these conversations. And you know, like, the way that we work is, you know, not just technical. We don't just take a video and we just don't, like, say, okay, you know, this is the video we're going to do, boom, 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 and then we just chop it up.
Right.
Basically, you know, we sit with, you know, with the people that we do the videos, and we, you know, we kind of pick their brains, like, you know, where they want to take, you know, their vision. But a lot of times they don't really know what they want for the videos, so they kind of come to us and they're like, well, we want you guys to come up with a concept, which is perfect because, you know, me and Zoe, the way that we work, we come up with concepts very quickly. Our minds are always like in story mode, as far as like, you know.
Excuse me, is somebody trying to come in?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Finish.
But yeah, like our minds pretty much are in sync as far as, you know, the way that we work. You know, I've worked with a lot of people before, not just, you know, not in film, but like in other aspects, like, you know, other art forms, and, you know, it's kind of hard to collaborate with people when you guys aren't on the same page.
Right.
But with me and Zoe, like, pretty much, like, our ideas, you know, we have our little things here and there, like, we disagree just like everybody else, but
Right.
always our ideas are always, like, on the same page as far as where we want to take it. And, you know, you can look at our videos and you can see, like, where we take our vision, you know, and there's still a lot that, you know, we have to show. You know, Zoe, you know, has been in the industry for the past, like, 24 years, you know, and he has a lot of, you know, experience under his belt, but we still have a lot to show, you know.
Let me tell you something. You could have disagreements because you're human beings, but don't walk around harboring feelings or holding grudges. Remember, internally is what destroys crews. It's just like the body. You feel me? You could get cut on your arm, that ain't gonna kill you. But if your lungs start bleeding or your kidneys start bleeding, that's what'll kill you. And it's the same thing with a crew. So you don't harbor feelings. If we have a disagreement, we argue sometimes. But we get it out right on the spot, and it ain't no harboring feelings. Nobody walking around feeling funny. And half an hour later, we dying laughing over something, and that's just the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And one thing about this business, I don't care if it's music videos or if it's artists. If you're dealing with somebody on a production side, say grips, electrics, gaffers, ADs, PAs, or you're dealing with artists, or you're dealing with managers, you know, the one thing that I could say I learned the most about this business, and when I mean business, I mean entertainment, music, film, artists, is about people. Because you have to deal with a lot of different personalities on both sides. And through our journeys, you meet most of the people that's cool, but then you meet some idiots, you know what I'm saying, that just make it impossible to work with them, you know what I'm saying? And that could come from the production side, or that could come from the artist side. That's why it's good that we click the way we do. And, you know, our other half of our company is called Concrete Music. You know, our partners, Pete, Fresh, Eaze, Barnabas. We got an artist, her name is Giovanni. You know what I'm saying? She got the song Drinks, Drinks, Drinks on the radio featuring Uncle Murder right now. That's our whole music side. You know, where Pete, Barnabas, and Fresh and Eaze, they take care of the all of the music and the tracks and you know what I'm saying. And so we just keep it moving. You know, we don't just shoot videos just for artists. We got in the house too. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, my mother, she always say, yo, you gotta promote yourself. You gotta promote yourself. You gotta promote yourself. I never used to get in videos. I never did that. I wanted to be that dark-winged duck, mysterious guy behind the camera. But let me tell you something. That mysterious, when you be mysterious, your bread comes mysterious. Remember that. All that staying behind the camera and not showing yourself, it took me 24 years to realize, man, that you could walk in a KFC and a millionaire might be just ran up in there to get a quick piece of chicken, and they might need somebody for a shoot they got coming up, and they don't even realize you could be standing 2 people ahead of them online. And they don't know your face. You can actually bump into them. Oh, excuse me, money. And they don't even know it's you. You go your way, they go in their way, and say, I'm stressed, man. We still didn't get that filming. So, you know, and then, you know, Michael Bivens, which is a really, really, really close friend of mine. That's like my big brother / manager. You know, Mike said, yo, Fish, because some people call me Zodiac. Some people call me Fishgrease. It's crazy. After I explain the Mike side, I'm going to tell you how I got the Fishgrease name. Mike calls me Fish for short, right? Say, yo, Fish, man, right now, it's like the hustle ladder. Every step is a different hustle, meaning you can't just do one thing. That's why we doing the videos, we doing the editing, the photo shoots. We do the music. We do every aspect, you know what I'm saying? Because of this recession we're in, you can't just sit back and just do one thing, you know? And I really appreciate having people like that in my life, you know what I'm saying, to help me along this bumpy, crazy road, like my parents that been through almost everything you could imagine in the music industry.
Welcome to NYC.